Good evening, good evening, good evening again. How you doing, everybody? DJ Verm here, and AKAI on this side of the screen. Yeah, that side. Okay, well, that side. Well, hi. How are you doing, everybody? Yes, another night, and with the wrong date before someone tells me. Yeah.
Do we wrong date it? We had wrong date, and we had multiple technical difficulties, but we are here. We're back, so we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
Everything's fixed.
Verm is a tech master.
Tech master, man. Tech master. So we were talking just before we got on the air about freaking updates of video cards and computers that go to sleep or lock themselves.
Yes.
And when you press on anything to try to kick it off, like it usually does, it just keeps locked. It doesn't.
I don't know what it is. And the video card thing, though, I think they do on purpose, trying to make you upgrade. Sometimes these.
Damn, it's brand new.
Some of these things they put out from like NVIDIA, though, they depending on how old your card is, it may not be for your card. Is it for your card? I don't know. Does anybody really read it when you install the driver?
The card's brand new. I mean, come on.
Well, how old is it?
4000. It's an RTX 4000.
Yeah, so it's a 4000 series, so it's brand new.
It's brand new. I mean,
I've had two video crashes now on this new card, and which were both fixed with drivers, which is no big deal. That I expect when you build a new system. There's that little bit of, okay, get the right driver. It's a new thing, but it's really not a new thing. It's been out for almost a year. It's been out over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
When did the 4000 series drop? Are video cards doing it like they do beta games?
Yeah.
They're just gonna kind of release it and go, yeah, good enough. We'll push it out there. People will buy it, and then we'll fix it along the way.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I'm sorry, but someone out there, please tell me, help us out. Write in the comments. Tell me why. The two problems that we got. Tell me why a freaking update freaks out my game.
I would like to know the same thing.
It's an NVIDIA experience that I upgraded my video card. Nothing else. And now my Battlefield 2042 lags like hell. So people are starting to call me, I'm a good sniper, and people are now calling me incompoops. I mean, they're calling me names out because I'm not playing well, because I'm lagging. Everything I go to shoot, and my gun's going like, I can't believe this.
You tried rebooting your computer and then logging in to play?
I rebooted my computer 5 times. I reinstalled.
Have you tested your internet connection?
Yeah. I reinstalled everything. I said I'm going to reinstall the NVIDIA, so I reinstalled the NVIDIA experience. I went back to get the driver live on GeForce. NVIDIA, I should say.
Maybe you need to roll back to the driver before. Roll back a driver. Put the older driver in. Uninstall the new driver and then put the older driver in. Because it was working with the old driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that
sometimes. I sent a
times.
message. You can send a message to.
Yeah, they don't care.
And I think I didn't get a reply back. So
they already got your money. They don't give a damn.
I think they don't care. So people out there.
It's kind of like lawyers.
What?
It's kind of like lawyers.
I mean, you buy great equipment, and they just laugh at you. It's like, come on, I'm looking to see. I didn't get no email from them, so you're right. They don't care.
Usually 24 to 48 hours. Usually, maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So, speaking of people not responding to your email, so I had my lawyer. I'm dealing with a bunch of stuff with my dad. Had my lawyer say yes, he could do this project for me. Said he'd get right on it as soon as I sent him the information. Almost a month ago. In 3 days, it'll be exactly over a month. So he says, oh, yeah, it takes like 4 days, and I can have you the paperwork. Okay. Go ahead, do it. I can pay you as you go, pay into an escrow, whatever you want to do. Got an email from his secretary 3 days after that. Or virtual assistant. Who knows if he actually has a secretary. And I haven't heard a thing since. It's been weeks.
Your lawyer?
I call and leave messages with the answering service. Call and leave another message with the answering service. Nothing.
Okay.
And then I finally get an email after the last time I sent him saying this last week. I got an email on Tuesday, says I'll be sending you some paperwork to sign tonight or tomorrow. Okay. Got it. No problem. Tuesday went. I said, okay, nothing in the mailbox. Wednesday went. Nothing came in the mailbox. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, nothing. So I called him on Monday morning. Gave him a message. Still have not heard back from him. How long do you go with the lawyer before you know what? Are you really doing anything? Are you actually working on my case? Because you told me this would take 4 days. Because if you don't know this, when you deal with estates, please have a will. Not you really
shouldn't be
screw things
laughing.
up for your family. No, it's terrible. It is, but it happens. You got to laugh at it because it's the only time you can have any humor over the whole thing. But
yeah,
how long do I go before I call them up and go, you're fired? You haven't done anything. You're not corresponding. You have no communication skills whatsoever. I'll find somebody else. Thank you for not doing anything and wasting my time. Thank you for wasting a month of my life. Maybe I should bill you.
Mm-hmm.
Could I bill him?
You should.
I should bill him.
Yeah, you should.
I should bill him for 30 days of wasting my time. What's that worth?
I don't know.
I doubt it'll ever get paid, but send him collections. Taking a small claims court.
Crazy. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sitting here so pumping.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. So, did you see the news about the solar flares?
No.
Did anybody see the news on the solar flares? Was I the only person that got the news on the solar flares?
Yeah, I think so.
So they predicted a category like G4. So they got this G scale, right?
Uh-huh.
And G0 is nothing, G1, and all the way up to like G5, which is like stuff is going to break, satellites in space are going to melt, stuff like that. Like they'll actually steer satellites out of the way, put them on the other side of the planet, and then type crap, And but it was going to be a supposed G4 like on the 24th of this month. And they downgraded it to a G2. But it didn't even make the news. Like a G4 will like disrupt electric stuff. Like mess with your power in your lines. Mess with your electronics. Mess with cell phones. Mess with your GPS, your stuff in your car.
It's crazy, eh?
And nothing was said about it. And then
it worked now. What happened? I just wrote something on Facebook and it works.
Nice. So did you see, was it the New York Times? or the Wall Street Journal. One of those two papers. I caught a glimpse of this story early this morning. I should have wrote it down. But they came out and said a bunch of stuff about the C word that we're not allowed to say. And basically saying that everything that all conspiracy theorists were saying was true. And the newspapers are starting to report that stuff. That's crazy. They're starting to go after these companies, starting to tell them, hey, you did dirty. So I guess we're going to have to see what comes about that. Saw another article on Julian Assange. Have you been reading much into him?
No. You're reading tonight. Yeah.
I have been. Julian Assange was the guy that runs WikiLeaks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I guess he's under house arrest and he's not allowed to go anywhere, and he has to be, no curfew, can't be out past 10 o'clock, but he lives on this palatial estate is where he's housed up at.
Okay. Well, what happened to him?
Nothing yet, but they're talking about trying to prosecute him, but he's basically like a newspaper with a confidential informant. People just send him the information. And then he goes through it and then says, okay, well, we're going to put it on the website. We're going to produce it. We're going to put it in the article. We're going to release the papers.
Okay.
And so if they do go after Julian Assange and really make his life hell over this, what's that going to do for newspapers and, government agencies that get whistleblowered? There'll be no protection for those guys.
No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's some,
And what about, since we're going to one thing that I did read and heard on the news, the Baltimore issue with the bridge.
I heard about that bridge last night. I guess something hit it and
it's
the boat hit it.
The boat hit it.
The boat hit the bridge and it fell down.
Yeah, the boat hit the bridge, and the way they were talking about it, the boat hit the bridge, and it was a malfunction of the boat. So there's like electric issues, and they lost control of the boat.
Yep, that happens.
They were trying to restart the boat. They put the anchors. They put down the anchors. They did all their procedures completely, all procedures, and 8 knots. So the boat's moving.
Everything they did is going to be ripped apart by the Coast Guard.
For sure, right?
About a year from now in a big tribunal.
Okay.
And all those decisions you made in a split second are going to be micro. Did you do this? Why did you do that? Did anybody die?
6 people at the
6
moment.
people died?
No, a lot of cars were on the bridge.
No, the cars were on the bridge because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's people on the bridge that died or in the boat.
Or it was 3 o'clock in the morning, my time, I think.
Yeah.
But
they were able to close. They were able to capture someone to close the bridge, but there were still people on the bridge. So when the boat hit, well, the people that were on the bridge went with the bridge.
Yeah, they went in the drain.
That means plunging cars in water. Eh?
So they got a swimming lesson. Hopefully there's no more than that. I mean, what a way to go. Yeah. You're on your way to work.
Like really doing a lot of procedures. All news is on this.
But you're on your way to work. You got your cup of coffee. You're tooling across the bridge in the morning. You're almost to the office, and then next thing you know, you're having to swim
with your coffee.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many people know how to get out of their car when it goes in the water?
Oh, that's crazy. That's what my son was talking to me about.
Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Well, technically, you got to break your window.
Or if you know you're going in the water, what do? You roll down your windows.
Well, technically, if you think about it.
Take your seatbelt off and roll down your windows. Start rolling that window down. Because once that battery hits the water, I don't know if you're going to have electric windows anymore.
So,
Because all our
exactly.
vehicles have electric windows.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do you carry
And it's
anything to
hard.
break glass?
And then it's hard to break the glass
You
from
can't
the
break glass
inside.
underwater. It is so hard to break glass underwater because it's
Yeah,
under
it'll break
all
your
that
arm.
pressure. It's all under all that compression pressure. Super hard to break. So do you carry a breaker in your car?
You should.
Should I carry one on my belt? So
You do?
yeah, I got one right now. I think. Pretty sure I have it on here. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a
So
pen.
it's a pen.
It's actually a pen.
Okay.
It's G5 titanium, I think they said, or something. It's something titanium. But I unscrew that little cap, this little cap here,
Yeah.
and that's my window breaker right there.
So you just go.
Yep, just smash it into the window,
Okay.
and then
Beautiful.
you take this. It goes on this side, and then you got a full length pen.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You got all the gadgets, man. You got all the gadgets.
It's a nice pen, and I needed a pen that I could carry that I wouldn't break.
Okay.
Because plastic pens and a lot of these metal pens, and I've had some really good metal pens. Like this is one here. This is a titanium pen. But the problem is the piece that goes up here is brass.
Hey,
Hold on, Samurai. The piece that was up here is brass. So that ended up breaking. But the rest of the pen's fine because it's titanium.
Yeah. So we're talking about the bridge, and AKAI's trying to explain a little bit how to break a window when you fall in the water. With the Baltimore Bridge that broke down because of the boat. So AKAI saying, do we know how to break a window?
Yeah.
Underwater.
You gotta know.
Or
Gotta know how to
do
break
you
that
try to keep
window.
your windows open while you jump in while you're falling down the bridge? You got to think of putting your finger on that button.
Yep. Well,
You don't scream. You put your finger on the button.
it's like when you
It's not
see,
fun.
and this is all stuff I've learned, like when I was a kid, when I was a young man. One of the things I learned was like, well, if you get in a rollover accident, with your car, or you get in an accident period with your car, what's one of the first things you should do?
Me?
Shut the car off.
Well, technically, yeah.
How many people think of that?
Yeah.
It's got to equalize inside and outside. If your window's up, the door won't open.
Yeah, but I think the problem, and it's a good idea what he writes, but I think the problem with that is by the time it pressurizes inside, your car is deep going down.
Yeah.
So you just hope that you're not too far down.
It's not gonna equalize.
All right, well,
The only way the pressure will equalize inside the cab of that truck or car is if it's full of water.
yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying.
So by the time it's full of water, you can't breathe water.
No, you might drown. Yeah. Or you have to have a good long.
Or you better have that window on the way down, or you better have that door open.
Yeah.
Getting ready to have that seatbelt off. After you have that initial impact, boom. Okay, get the seatbelt off. Let's get out of the vehicle. Go, 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 go.
And it depends on if that seatbelt locks.
Yeah.
Because
And
sometimes
then do you have something to cut the seatbelt?
Yeah, you're right. That's why I don't.
I carry like 3 knives.
That's why I don't hang around water.
That stuff scares me.
Yeah.
I love diving, but being in a vehicle over water with seatbelts on, I get weird. It's like when I go out on a dock. I don't like going out on a dock over the water if I can easily slide off of it or fall off of it, because I've seen too many accidents where somebody falls off a dock, hits their head, and they drowned. where they slip below the water, and I can't read it. I got this little Vermland production sound. Oh, there it went away.
Yeah, I took it out. So he's writing. That's what they're talking about. Allowing you to calm down. Hey, you might go down 100%. Yeah, okay, yeah. You wanted to say 100 feet. Okay, yeah.
You can do 100 feet on one breath.
Yeah, you can.
I know for a fact you can. Done it.
Okay.
The key is as you go up, do not hold your breath. Because you get an air. Don't hold your breath when you're swimming up.
Okay.
Because that air you've breathed in inside the cab of your vehicle has been compressed.
Okay.
And now it's in your lungs. You're compressed. And so when you go up, it's going to expand. So you got to slowly let it out. Let it just a little, like a little, just little bubbles. Let it out. Because as you go up, if you hold it, as you go up, it can actually cause an air embolism, and that's an even worse way to go. So
you do got to breathe it out slowly.
yeah, you can do a little hum or whatever.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah, well, you can't breathe water, so you got to wait for that till you get it to the surface.
What?
Then take deep breaths.
What do you mean?
It takes a little bit to go from 100 to 0. It's going to feel like a long time. I've done it from 90 something feet. I did a CISA from 90 feet to the surface on a dive.
Okay.
Because I had an air problem. And then after that, I carried a spare pony tank.
Okay.
I would never go diving without one. I used to carry what was called a spare air. And then I would fill it up. I could fill it up off my main tank. I had a little adapter. And that would give me 12 to 15 minutes more air. So I could make it a safe ascent and just really be cautious about how much air I'm breathing.
Okay.
Yep. Little guy. It's probably that diameter and probably a foot to 15 inches long, somewhere in there.
It's like you put a mask. It's like a mask.
It's got a little regulator on it. You stick it in your mouth and up you go. It's a great little safety device.
Yeah, so technically, before you know that your car's going to go underwater, you got to have all that.
Well, I don't carry that in the car because there's
No.
other risks with carrying a pressurized air cylinder in a car.
Yeah.
But when I go diving, I take it with me. So I know you can get up from that. It's mind over matter, because you're going to think, oh my God, I need to breathe. Well, you really don't.
No.
Because I forget what the math is when you dive down. It's so many atmospheres. You know, at 33 feet is one atmosphere. Then it's like every 33 feet after that's another atmosphere. But as you go down each atmosphere, it's not timesing by one. It's multiples. So I think by your third atmosphere, it's like 5 times or something like that. I can't remember. I may be totally wrong. But
and that means the water's colder?
No, the air in your lungs is compressed 5 times.
Okay.
So when you have air that's compressed, just even say 3 times. You basically have 3 lungfuls of air at 100 feet. So when you think you only have 1. So there's plenty of oxygen there. So as long as you do that slow release as you're coming up, as you swim towards the surface, you know.
So everybody remember that. Slow release.
Slow release.
Important
Break your
if you
window.
want to stay alive.
Roll down the window. Undo your seatbelt after you hit the water. All those
Yeah,
things
after, not before.
after you hit the water. And maybe the seatbelt that keeps you alive.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause when
you
you hit the water,
You
it
won't
hits.
feel like you're alive in the morning, but I'm telling you what, I've been in some pretty severe accidents, and I've had the seatbelt mark where it's bruised from the shoulder all the way across your chest and then across your lap.
Okay.
Yep. So I know I'm getting old, Verm. I fell down the steps the other day.
Oh. You fell down the stairs.
Oh my God. Yeah. With a dolly full of stuff. I was moving a dolly downstairs into the basement, head over tail. Oh man, landed on the dolly, smacked my head, twisted my neck, dinged up my shoulder, hurt my hands. I got these big old bruises all over. And all I can do is go, well, crap, it happened, you know. Brain said one thing, body did another.
But you know what? You're still there to tell the story.
I'm still here, man. It's a miracle. That was one of those ones where you get the phone call. Yeah, he's dead. What happened? He fell down the steps and died.
Oh my God, man.
Yeah, so
crazy.
it is crazy.
Yeah. And dangerous.
So did you see this? This impacts Canada. This news story here. I don't know if you've seen this or not.
No, you're gonna tell me.
There are some people in New Jersey,
Jersey.
That are producing maple syrup in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canadian maple syrup?
Well, it can't be Canadian because it's in New Jersey. You know, but I guess they got like 300 acres. It's a university project. And for the last 4 years, they've been producing maple syrup.
Okay.
My dad used to do it up on the farm. They had a bunch of maple trees, and they used to go. I was up in Minnesota, and they would do maple syrup every year. So.
Okay, why are you going to glow?
Oh no, are we going to start glowing now? Yes, because New Jersey is definitely known for the chemical plants and the turnpike and all that stuff. So
come and eat some maple syrup. Yeah.
So this may be a touchy subject.
Yeah, but wait. Okay, so why did you say it's important as Canadian or something like that?
Well, I know Canada has a surplus of maple syrup every year.
Yeah, we do.
Because they put it in that maple syrup vault because they had that robbery from the maple syrup vault. Remember that? Where the guys were stealing like semi trucks full of maple syrup.
Yeah, exactly.
Millions of dollars in maple syrup.
Yeah.
Because you have a monopoly on it. That's why you should be concerned. But I don't think they've ever had a monopoly on maple syrup. It's just, it's been touted that Canadian maple syrup is the best. And it's really good. Don't get me wrong. So
wait, are you saying Canadian maple syrup is the best?
That's what I've always been told.
Okay, no, because sometimes when I talk with American friends, and I'm not talking about you because we are friends, but they keep telling me it's American maple syrup is better. And I'm going, how can it be better? Mainly Canadians. Well, I mean, you know, Quebec and Canadians.
Well, I don't know if I would be allowed to bring maple syrup across the border.
To your home?
No, to you.
Oh, okay.
What if I ever came up to visit? Because
it's maple syrup. It's not animal things. So maple syrup.
No, it's a. I don't know if they'd let me bring it though, because they're so weird about everything you can bring.
Ragnar there. Oh, there he is, Ragnar. How
Oh,
you doing,
can you
Ragnar?
ship me some real maple syrup? You can get it out of New Jersey now, dude. That's what we were just talking about. You can get real maple syrup out of New Jersey now. I don't know how good
So
it is,
Ragnar
but
wants
you know.
Canadian maple syrup.
I want Canadian maple sugar candies are the bomb. And then,
Yeah, but you're gonna come up, so you'll be able to get some.
oh, dude, I get this.
There's some around my place because there's a maple sugar house that does candy not too far away from my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, a fat kid. I
See,
can't go up there right now. I got to lose some
poutine.
weight first. Poutine and maple sugar. I got diabetes and an obesity check before I leave. Because I got this whiskey I like. It's called Tap 357.
Is that good?
Oh, it's a rye whiskey, but it's made with real maple sugar. And once you've had real maple sugar in your life,
how do you call it? I gotta go see this.
Tap TAP 357, and it's a rye whiskey, but it's not
Maple rye whiskey. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not like when you get like the Crowns or the Jack Daniels, like the apple and the rye with honey whiskeys and all that, where it tastes like you're just drinking pure sugar and it's totally sweet. Like you can actually taste the rye whiskey, and then there's that hint of Canadian maple sugar in the back, and it is phenomenal. Yeah, I don't know if it's Canadian maple sugar, but it's real maple sugar.
It is. It's called Canadian. Yeah, it is. It's Canadian whiskey awarded, so it's Canadian maple sugar. They won't put the Japanese sugar.
Yeah, but I mean, it's phenomenal. I love it. It's a great whiskey.
So can I get that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's written Canadian rye. Yeah, Canadian maple rye whiskey.
I'm telling Verms about Canadian products when he lives there.
I'm sorry, man. There's some stuff I don't buy, but now you're telling me this, I'm gonna check. Please.
Tap 357 is really good. It's delicious. I like it on a little bit of ice.
Birthday to get in there.
I like it when I'm sitting out camping, and you're sitting out and you're underneath the shade and you can watch everything go running around and the kids are having fun and you're just watching the birds and those squirrels run around the trees. And I'll sit out there with that little glass of maple rye whiskey. Oh, heaven.
Now you're going to make me buy that. See? That's what I'm looking for.
That should be a commercial, right? Should be my fat butt with a glass of whiskey sitting there watching. Tap 357. It's made for times like these.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will put it on the screen because me and AKAI like both whiskey.
Yes, that's it. Yep.
This is the commercial.
Yep. It is good.
Tap 357. If you want to send us both a bottle, we'll be happy.
Yeah. It's a great
Go
whiskey.
see their story.
And it's reasonably priced.
And I'm gonna buy one this week. So there you go, ladies and gents.
I have a bottle upstairs here right now.
There you go.
It's in the liquor cabinet up here. But
yeah. Where's it made of?
Well, I don't know. I just drink it.
Whiskey. Yeah, I know, but oh, hey, you drink it? It's produced in Quebec.
No way.
It's produced.
I wonder if I can get a tour. I should go get a tour when I'm there.
Yeah, where maple syrup tapped are born in perfect citric age. Oh wow. Okay, now I gotta find this place.
Oh, it's good. It's good stuff.
Okay.
You know me. I like a good whiskey.
No, that's why I'm asking you, because I know you like whiskey. I'm becoming a whiskey fan even more and more, and I'm buying more whiskeys now.
Yeah, you don't have to buy the most expensive whiskey. There are good whiskeys in the $35 to $50 range.
Yeah, and which one did I have the other day? My son Cedric bought me a good whiskey. What was it called? Oh.
Yeah.
I have a picture somewhere.
That's why we're getting old. We can't remember what we're drinking.
It's crazy. No, I remember with my mouth. Yeah. You should know this whiskey for sure.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Oh, you're trying to find it
there
still?
We go. It's Aberfieldy.
Aberfitch?
Aberfieldy. Aberfieldy.
Okay.
I don't know how to say it, man.
That would be illegal to make my own moonshine, sir.
I'll tap it.
No, you could still make your own. You actually, Colorado is one of the states where you can actually make your own liquor as long as you don't distribute. But
There
you
you
got to
go.
be careful what city you're in. I would have to see the label on that one, but yeah. Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And it has what you guys have been telling me, 12 years and a cork.
I do like them with a cork.
And it's
I also
outstanding.
I like them to be cold filtered, no caramel added.
Yeah, that's it. It's cold filter, if I remember.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
one thing, it's a Scotch whiskey.
Single malt or blend?
Yeah, single malt. Single malt. Yeah, single malt. Scotch whiskey. And it's numbered. So it's my bottle was 2905. It's a numbered. It's a limited bottle.
So it's a small batch release.
Yeah, small.
Which I love that stuff.
Yeah, and I could tell you it was great. The other day, half of the bottle to myself. Oh. Oh.
There is a way to get around that
drinking.
80 gallons a year thing. Is
Yeah.
if you get a permit from the ATF and you're producing it for fuel.
Oh.
But
Oh.
what? You're
No,
yeah.
I said oh. So I'm still looking for the where's the address?
Where's the address of where this wonderful whiskey is made?
Yeah, but I'm sure we have it at our SAQ. But
What is an SAQ?
yeah, SAQ is our liquor store here in Quebec.
Oh, is it a state-run liquor store?
It's a province-run liquor store. Yeah, it's everything
Okay.
is run.
So if you're looking for a special bottle, do they have like a raffle? If they only got like one of them or something like that?
No. You can go buy it. Just look up SAQ. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's in French. It's Société Alcool du Québec. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep this in mind. Here, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and I'm gonna go get myself one. Now you got me the taste for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So, ladies and gents, we're talking about whiskey tonight. We're talking about the bridge. We're talking about cars in underwater, how to break windows, and now we're talking about whiskey. So you can see that's the reason why we call ourselves Just Pure Talk. We talk with
Yeah,
everybody.
we do like the whiskeys though.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should do a show.
I
And
got to figure out how many bottles I can bring before they tax me.
I'd have to go see if it's on the SAQ. Okay.
I think it's
I'll
like
check
two.
that.
I think I can bring one or two before they tax me. Which I'm not really. I really don't care. I'll pay the damn tax.
No,
You know.
especially if we want to, we want to exchange.
Guns and politics too. Oh yeah. Did you see what
Yeah,
Kamala
well-
Harris did? What they're doing?
No.
Kamala Harris is opening a red flag law resource center for all these states. There's 21 states that have signed on with red flag laws, and then 6 of those states have gotten the resources from the resource center. Supposedly, it's more like 40 something states have done it. They've gotten grants or something of some kind. But what a red flag law is for instance, it's supposed to be for family and police and like mental health officials, to where if they go, hey, John Bob over here, he's not mentally doing well, and we know he owns firearms, so we'd like to take his firearms away from him. And I know Canada has these policies.
Yeah.
If you got your PALS card and you're going through some mental issues, and PALS card is your license to own firearms in Canada. And if you're having mental issues, then they will suspend your right to own firearms. They'll confiscate your firearms, and You'll go through your mental health, whatever, and once they deem you okay again, then they give you back your PALS card and give you back your firearms, and you're good to go. Some people don't recover, but those who do get their rights back. Here in the States, the way they're going about doing it is one of these officials can go in and say, hey, John Bob over there is not fit to own firearms. He scares me. He's saying some really bad stuff. We need to take his firearms. Then the judge goes, okay, we'll do that. And then we'll have a hearing in a year to see if he's eligible to get his stuff back. And they dispatch the police out to your house. They do a raid. Basically, they knock on your door at some ungodly hour and say, hey, we're here to confiscate all your firearms. And
Crazy.
You have no idea it happened.
Serious?
You won't get a letter in the mail. You'll do they just hand you the paperwork when they come in. Here you go. And they take your stuff. And it could be years before you get your stuff back. Well, let's face it. Firearm storage with the police is not the best. Because your stuff could be in a bucket of water and they would not care.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've had my guns recovered once from a vehicle that I had a wreck in. And there was so much red evidence tape over all my ammunition, I couldn't use my ammunition. It was just so sticky. I spent 3 days cleaning the sticky glue crap off my guns.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then they make you feel like a felon when you're walking out. You got to keep them, you got to hold them in your hands and walk them out. That ain't happening. You better bring a truck. So.
Yeah. Really crazy.
Yep.
Guns. And what's the other one? Politics. Oh, God.
Politics. Oh, man, politics. So I read a story about this gal that was in the Air Force who was working in some classified section down in Georgia, had decided, and this was back over the elections, like 2018, 2016, something like that, and she'd had evidence of these Russian military units that were hacking into servers in the United States that handled something to do with registration of voters. And there was all this speculation on the news and everything, and she had the official top secret report in her hands. She printed off a copy and then sent it off to some news agency. So they had the stuff, basically being a whistleblower. Yes, this did happen. She got 4 years in prison and obviously was dishonorably discharged from the United States Air Force.
Okay.
There was another gentleman that was selling classified documents, got 6 to a foreign government, selling classified documents to the Chinese, and got 6 months less than she did, and he spent most of it on parole. There's General Petraeus, who handed over notebooks full of classified material to his writers that were when they were writing his autobiography or his biography. Got a slap on the hand saying basically he just mishandled classified stuff. And then you got Hillary Clinton, who was running her own server, which is illegal, as a federal employee, doing that stuff for the state. I think it was just State Department at the time. She was running classified material through her own private server, which foreign governments had access to because they'd hacked it. And she got nothing. So, membership has its privileges, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
So what do you do?
Do
you do any archery? I like salad.
No.
Can we play with guns? Okay, yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If we're talking about politics,
I don't watch it that
We
much.
know that Trump got fined 45 million, something like that.
300 and
Right?
something million.
I know 300 something million. Who's going to pay it?
Well, he has to pay it, but he personally doesn't have the money for that, and he's going to fight it. And I think it's already been shot down, or it's in the process of getting shot down, because it's a ridiculous amount of money for something that probably didn't happen. Because it was a civil lawsuit. It wasn't a, if I remember right, it was a civil lawsuit. I can't remember, but it's a ridiculous amount of money.
Okay.
And they're talking about putting him in jail if he doesn't pay. You know. And then they're saying he's guilty for, now it's 175 million. She doesn't deserve a single cent. She should pay Trump that. I'm sorry. I don't see the evidence. So I forget what her name is, but she said some claims in a civil lawsuit. And then he violated something, which was like slander or something like that. And she got like a $450 million judgment against him. And he's like, I'm not paying that. So now it's down to 175 million, which is still ludicrous. You know, he may have to sell a building or two.
Well, I mean, I know he doesn't have the money, but he has more assets than money. So
yeah, he'll just push all the assets off into companies and then declare bankruptcy, and won't be the first time.
That's what I'm saying. I think I know he's not the first time. So.
Yeah, and then it's a bunch of biased judges in New York that got a problem with him, and like, it's like that whole case in Georgia where they threw the boyfriend was the special attorney or something like that, made like $600,000.
Yeah,
but he was the boyfriend of the judge. So, like, no conflict there. In the bank said it was normal. Oh, for the buildings? Are we talking about the building prices? Yeah. The bank's going to do their own estimate on what the buildings are worth. It's like when you go to get a mortgage. If they don't think the property's valued that high, they're not going to give you a loan for it.
you're right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what will. They just throw so much stuff at him, but they have never gone after any other politician as hard. We have all the evidence in the world about stuff that Biden's done and Biden's son's done, what Hillary has done, what Bush has done, what Ronald Reagan has done.
Well,
what
everybody's done something.
All these politicians have done, and nobody ever gets charged or gets a slap on the wrist. There's a couple guys out there, but they step outside the party lines and then they get their pee-pee whacked, But these guys are like, I don't even want to insult mob people. Mob bosses have more respect and more honor than these politicians do.
Yeah.
I don't even want to equate him to a criminal because I think they have more respect. What do you do? I don't know, buddy. Don't know. It's crazy. I was going to talk to you about some news from Canada, but I can't remember what the article is. It's gone. but things are getting a little hairy up there, I guess, with Trudeau and stuff that he wants to do.
And I've been listening on YouTube a couple of things lately. That there's a lot of, I don't know where we're going.
I don't know either.
I don't know where we're going on the planet, man. It's like everything is breaking up. Now we have Africa. Now we have China with Taiwan, Africa, Russia with Ukraine.
You see Ukraine sunk another one of their Navy ships? For Russia, sunk another one. Yeah. Then there was that terrorist attack in Russia done by ISIS, and Putin is blaming Ukraine.
There we go.
And I'm like, but it's clearly an ISIS attack. Yeah, in 38 minutes. Yeah, what is it? I know it was done by ISIS. Clearly done by ISIS. ISIS claims responsibility for this. He's already, from the beginning of the attack, he's been blaming Ukraine for the attack.
Yeah.
When it's clearly been an ISIS attack.
Yeah. And he's blaming Ukraine because he wants to continue the damn war. He got voted in.
Well, it's because he killed his competitor.
And I don't think...
I don't live in Russia. I can say that.
To vote him in at 88%. He. A lot of people have said that, you know, a lot of these governments cheat on the system, but he doesn't even need to cheat. He has a gun. Mm-hmm. You vote for me.
Launch all the nukes. I don't think that's going to end any problems, dude. That's going to create a whole crap ton more.
No, I don't think we want to live in a nuke world. I don't think so.
Of the things of NBC, I would rather live in nuclear than all the others.
What?
So there's three spectrums, right? You got nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare, right? Of those three that governments could do on each other, I would prefer conventional over anything. But if they decided to use one of the NBCs, I would rather it be an N, because at least I can get a sensor out and tell where that's at.
Okay.
With biological and chemical warfare, you could brush up against this thing, something, and get a blister agent or a blood agent or whatever, and you got this big old hanging sack of stuff. You're swollen up like a stuck pig on a beach. It's not a good way to go, man. You get some weird super bug that's COVID 40 times over, and there's no cure.
Crazy.
And it just spreads.
I don't think we need to end the planet.
No, but that's the stuff that's, when these governments get together and they start doing this stuff, they've got all these things designed in their vaults to end the world. Russia's been working on these EMP devices for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
North Korea has been working on one. China's been working on one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we have too. There's probably a big NATO consortium of people working on EMP and EMP defense.
Yeah, I know you did talk to me about the EMP already, that you have an EMP shield on your house, if I remember.
Yeah, but EMP can also be caused by, geomagnetic storms, which are caused by solar flares from the sun. And we had an event that was supposed to hit the 24th that actually got downgraded to a G2, but it could have been a G4, which people would have noticed that. And that was going to roll all the way down as far as Alabama if it was a G4. It would affect you in Canada and me up here because we're kind of northern.
Sorry, AKAI. It's just that right now I work on BC attacks every time I eat Taco Bell. Yeah, that's a good stink bomb.
Get your drills out there. We've been doing this. Gas.
Taco Bell. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Well, then you look at chemical warfare, right? Yeah, so you got a gas mask. Congratulations. But if you're in a heavily area where it's contaminated, you're changing your mask your filter every 15 to 30 minutes to get out of this area that's contaminated. Who has that many masks laying around? The United States government's got no plan of, population decontamination, or, you're SOL, dude. So if you don't have your own stuff, you're screwed. There's no nuclear shelters that the government's going to put out there for. I don't even know if Canada has civilian fallout shelters or anything like that for the population.
Well, if they do, I don't know about it.
Switzerland does. The Swiss are going to live.
Hey, you go in the metro stations.
Yep. I don't know, man. I'm not going to look up anything starfish on the internet. You're out of your mind.
What's that?
Huh?
What's that? Starfish Prime.
It's a butthole. A starfish. The brown starfish?
Yeah.
A pooper hole?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I'm not going to look up Starfish Prime on the internet. I don't know what that's going to bring up.
Oh, okay.
I may not want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time since they've been resupplied. What, the 70s or 80s is when they dropped the civil defense?
Oh, it's Starfish Prime is a nuclear test. Is that what they wrote?
Yeah. Nuclear testing in low atmosphere. That's stupid. You know what happens when you detonate a nuke in low Earth orbit?
What?
It creates an EMP. So they want to do this where? Yeah, they did some bad things when they did testing in Hawaii. I did a lot of bad things. That's why you need an EMP shield installed on your vehicles and your homes. Make sure you can get home after one of those things happen.
After the blow.
Yeah. At least you'll be able to get back there somewhere, meet up with your family before you can, kiss your butt goodbye.
Ah, crazy. God.
And there was so another thing we're also getting is, I've been getting warned that if you use WhatsApp, you may get an invite for WhatsApp Gold tomorrow or here soon. Do not install it.
No,
do not. I can't even pronounce the name. It'll jack your phone. It'll do all kinds of bad stuff. There's no way to pull it off. It's a bad virus. People already know it's coming, so be careful out there, folks.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious. If it's true or not, I have no idea, but all I know is I'm not putting it on my phone when it shows up.
Yeah, they're talking about accepted cookies. What apps, gold, scam, and Martellini hoax? What to look out for? Yeah,
so don't install that. There's a thing coming out about that, and I got a warning about that. There's all kinds of stuff that I got warnings for. Maybe
that scam came out in 2016.
Yeah, well,
they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back. That's why. Well, the scammers are bringing it back.
Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff.
I don't go for nothing. I'm even shutting down every time someone calls me up. I don't know the number. If they send me a text, they go. I delete it. So technically, I'm maybe even deleting real stuff.
It's possible.
Well, you know what? I like better deleting real stuff than clicking on something that's stupid.
So they did this nuclear testing back in the 60s and 70s when they knew it would cause this issue. The government just amazes me sometimes.
Crazy, eh?
All it takes is one nuclear missile, low Earth orbit, over Denver, 70 to 85% of the United States. Like that. Gone. No electrical grid, nothing. EMP. Toast. Some places on the coast might be okay.
So
But who's
back
to
to the
say?
Ice Age.
Yep, back to the Ice Age, buddy. We're back to banging rocks. The Stone Age is back.
Yeah. Take out your candles,
I do have some
And-
candles.
your shotguns, because everything is going to go wild.
Yeah, I don't even know about
Is it-
that.
Because
Gonna
even
hide.
the police won't be able to control nothing.
No. How are they going to be able to control nothing? They won't have no vehicles. They're not prepared. Our electrical grid in all these towns are not prepared. All the electrical grid in Canada is not prepared. We know this stuff is coming, but we don't prepare for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, we know people are developing these weapons, but we don't develop anything for the civilian population so they can survive, even though we pay them trillions of dollars a year in taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey,
Maybe I'll
ladies
move
and
the
gents,
speed.
it's that time. We are at an hour
Already?
and 2 minutes.
Oh,
Already.
yeah.
It went so fast. We had a lot of topics.
So
tonight.
fast.
Yeah.
So fast. We need to talk
And we're
about
always-
whiskey more often.
No, but we got Ragnar and Samurai, so we're having fun also with them. I mean, a lot of topics go on. We roll. Everything's going on. Invite people, ladies and gents. Let's get more people to join up and have fun there.
Yeah. Let's
So-
have fun. Hit that like
Yeah.
and subscribe. Please go out to our web store at vermlandradio.com. Hit that stuff. Buy that swag. So that way we have to pay less money out of our own pockets to keep this going every year. So that's our goal.
It is. It's not that we're rich. We're
It's
not rich.
It's not a big goal, but it's a goal.
It's a goal. It helps us out. Send some
Helps
money.
us out.
Donate it.
We really
go to
appreciate it.
our
Or you can
website.
donate either way.
Yeah, you go to our website. There's a place where it's written donations. If you want to donate a little bit of bucks, it helps out. And thank you for the person who just scanned the Q bar. And yeah, so that will help us out, pay the bills. Well, at least part of the bills, because
And we'll see you next Tuesday.
yeah,
I
same
should be
time,
here.
same time.
Same time.
Ish.
We didn't
Ish.
have a steal this time.
No,
I hope he's okay.
you must have
Things are
forgot.
going okay. Well, he's been dealing with his dad. So
Okay, that issue. I understand. Okay.
yep.
Well,
Dad's in the
Thank you very much,
hospital.
everybody.
Yep.
Ragnar, Samurai, yeah, both of you guys have a nice one.
Yep.
And
Come
see
join
you
us on our chat next time. Yep.